Welcome everybody to our show. This is Custom Fab Garage on our channel Octane TV on YouTube. Make sure you go down below and hit that subscribe button, and on top of that, make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you can get all the new content that comes out weekly and even every day.
So we've got an adapter plate here with a Kenwood speaker that looks like it's been here since, you know, the late 90s or 80s. And then another one on the passenger side on these brackets. I wonder if we could make a bracket that will fit here, that we could go around and we could put two more speakers here. That way they could have 4 speakers across the dash, and then we could do 2 speakers down there as well. Make it sound really good for her, because she wants this thing to be awesome, so I want to make it sound awesome for her. Yeah, these speakers have seen better days. So we're gonna upgrade these and do something a lot better in there. I would recommend, instead of just putting a 4-inch like they did, I'm gonna try to go 3.5. I think a 3.5 is gonna work a lot better personally. These are the speakers that we're going to be using today. Is the Hypnotic, the HS335. I'd also highly recommend the JBL or the Kicker. I'll put a link down below in the description down below. It's where you can click and buy these, and that way you can have these speakers for your vehicle and they'll ship them directly to your house. These should go right in. I'm going to test them and see, but they should bolt right in and sit right in. Hopefully the magnet doesn't hit, but these are some of the best 3.5s I've used. JBL makes a great one as well, and Kicker also makes a great 3.5 as well. Alright, well, we got this speaker installed on the driver's side with the new Hypnotic, and we got the passenger side one installed as well. Turned out really nice. I don't know if these adapters, if these come stock or if you know, somebody put these in at one point, but it does definitely help. You could probably fit a 4-inch on the passenger side, but this 3.5 fits perfect on this side, so I'm not going to try to get it caught up underneath it. Then you can't mount that side over there on the 4-inch. And then there is the passenger side.
getting it all fit up. This is like C10 version 3.0. We're figuring out what doesn't fit perfect, getting it all fixed, getting it all looking really good. And we're gonna start making these all the time. Here's from the driver's side. Looking good. Looking really good on these C10s. I'll start mass producing these bad boys.
Now here's the back of the head unit. We have our antenna port, we have our mic input with our remote input as well. Now this does have a GPS antenna, and then this is the iDataLink IF and the iDataLink input. It also has, I believe that is for the iDataLink as well, or if it's not, it's for the RCAs, and I'll bet money it's for the RCAs. So this is probably the plug for the RCAs, and this is the iDataLink IF for the Maestro, and this is the GPS antenna. And then over here you have your power, and then you have your mini HDMI, and then you have USB Type-C, and then you have your Sirius XM over here. So this does have a lot of ports on it, and I'm hoping that we can show you what all these will do and show you how good the quality is. It still uses the the single DIN chassis with a double DIN face. Everything's still the same. It's pretty shallow as well. It's not like super deep.
So this should be a pretty awesome radio in my opinion. For the money you spend on it and the features it has, it should be an amazing radio. So I'm excited to show you guys what this will do. Here's everything that it comes with. Here's the mounting screws for the side of the chassis. This is the GPS antenna. This is something totally new for 2023. I'm not quite sure why they're doing antennas now. We stopped doing those a long time ago, but I'm guessing it has to do with the wireless. So I'm guessing what you'll have to do is you'll have to connect this when you use the wireless Android Auto app or CarPlay. I've heard rumors it doesn't do well without this antenna, so we're gonna have to probably hook up this antenna. And then here is your Bluetooth mic, like in every other standard radio. Your power plug right here, and then your RCAs, which use this adapter to plug into the back of the radio, which I do like this. This is really nice. And then you have your steering wheel interface, which only works with certain vehicles and things like that. And then you also have a USB Type-C extension. I do like everything that they have done for 2023 with changing this model. This is the only thing I'm not a fan of. This is going back to the 90s now, where we got to start putting GPS antennas in vehicles. So, I mean, the whole reason to get rid of the navigation inside of a radio, you don't need an antenna. But now, particularly this one, you're going to probably have to wire it up. So it kind of stinks because I've never had to hook up one of these radios on any Sony head unit I've ever had to do. So this is going to be something new. So we'll find out how that all goes. But other than that, this is all the components besides the radio itself that you will get in the box as well. Thing else new that they've added is this new speed-in wire. We also had to hook those up way back in the early 2000s, late 90s. So I'm not sure how this is going to go. This is going to be a breaker for me. I'm hoping that you can just run wired and you don't have to run wireless, because I think this is going to become a problem on certain vehicles and people are going to get mad and it's going to glitch and have issues. I already have one customer who bought the 4000 and he has had non-stop issues with the GPS on there. So I'm hoping that that's not the issue, but we'll see what happens with the 6000. All right, so here's the screen turned on. I'm already not happy with this. I mean, look at the light when it hits this. Why are they using these screens? They're terrible. Man, I'm gonna have to stray away from Sony if they continue to keep using these screens. They do not use this style screen on a 5000, 5500, or 5600. I am not a fan of this because when you're in your vehicle and you have no window tint, this is going to become a problem. Or even if you do have window tint and the sun is glaring, like you live in California, Florida, you're not going to be able to see the picture. Man, this is so bad. So here's your radio, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, rear camera settings. It doesn't have anything else other than that. It's kind of weird. I think it has this all apps thing. Is this it? Okay, so then that shows you what you have on USB devices. But I am not liking this screen. I'm gonna put it in the vehicle, put it out in the sun, see how it looks. That'll give me a better, I don't like this bottom buttons either. On the older units, it runs all the way across and it's more flat and more squared, and these stick out super far. And it's like, I just don't understand some of the design purposes of this. So we'll do a little more testing with it and see what it does. If I change the direction and I go up this way, instead of going down here where the light shines on it, you can see the difference. It does look a lot better this way. So it depends on the direction it's going to be in your dash. But if it's in your dash like a Ford Focus like this, and it's just sun's just glaring on it, this is what you're going to see when you're driving down the road. I mean, it's just going to be terrible. I don't know why they did this. It's a capacitive touch screen that looks like butthole.
All right, we drilled our hole right here. We put our grommet in. And so we're gonna run our power wire down here.
All right, so we got everything wired up. Wiring the amp over here to go underneath the console because it's really small, it'll fit right underneath here. Wired the front is going to these speakers here, and then the back part right here, 3 and 4, basically the back ones are going to the dash speakers. Just want to let you know that for future reference. We're going to get all this zip tied up, and then we'll set this on top of this, and it should be pretty cool. Should sit right in there and sound awesome. I've already hooked it up and it sounds freaking great, so I do need to change this up. I forgot about that. I'm going to change this to the USB Type-C just in case they want to connect the Type-C to the back of this. I don't think they're going to care about this. But going really well using the Audio Dynamics 4 channel underneath here. Give it a lot more power than this head unit could ever even think about. Got all the power wire ran. The battery's a little bit old. It is from 17, so I'd recommend probably changing that. We did have to put a universal lug on this for both amps, but everything turned out really good. So the way that it's set up, it works really, really well with the Android Auto. Everything works great with that. And it is wireless, which is pretty awesome. I'm sorry that my screen keeps blowing out. I wish this thing would stop. But it looks, see if we can lock it right there. There we go. So it looks really good. It's hard to see right now because my camera is blowing this out, but you know, your Google Maps, everything's all here. And then when you go to your home, I mean, everything, the way the layout is in the Android Auto is awesome. The only thing I'm not a big fan of is this screen has like a haze to it, like the other ones, like, you know, the older 8000 and 3200. I wish they would get away from this screen and go back to the screen they use on the 5000, the 5500, and 5600. We did put a wireless USB Type-C thing right here, so it is an awesome head unit. We'll go into our settings and turn this display off, but it is an awesome. Oh, and you can even change the wallpaper on here too, so that's awesome. I didn't even know you could do that. There we go. I didn't know if that was even an option on this particular one. I don't know how you turn off the demo. I'll have to figure that out, but it does look amazing. It is a great head unit. I'm gonna make some further videos on this, telling you about the sound and the wireless connection. So far right now, the wireless connection has worked great on Android Auto. I have not tried iPhone yet. So we did run the antenna and the Bluetooth mic and things like that, but I have not had a chance to test it with an iPhone yet. So that'll be the next step.
it.